There's nothing much I need to say to you, Sicario. Operation Blackout will be conducted entirely by you. I cannot, however, express enough how important this strike is. Commander, you have the floor.
The Ator Desert has hosted the Solana communication array for the greater part of the decade. It was a Federation project in-country that was meant to boost and maintain the communications infrastructure of Cascadia. However, during the war, it has served as a jamming and communication facility. The very basis of a unified command structure is built on the pillars of communication. If we take out this facility, it'll be like yanking the rug out right from beneath their feet. The facility is heavily defended, hosting an airbase and a ground garrison on its own. The only way we're getting boots on the ground is via a mass airdrop, followed by relentless close air support from our fighter group until the entire place is overrun. It's as simple as that. Now normally, the Independence Force would be offering some assistance, but they can't afford that now. Under any other pretense, this is a suicide mission. Even with the air corridor Monarch cleared up, there's only enough fuel for a one-way trip. So the only way we're coming back is if we take the adjoining airbase after we hit the facility. Expect heavy air and ground resistance. Pillboxes, tanks, AA, airships, the whole shebang. If we pull this off, well, let's just say we'll be handsomely rewarded. Gold or glory, gentlemen. Get to your planes. The Cascadians called this place the Devil's Sandbox. So what does that mean if we're the ones playing in it, huh? Let's go.
Now, Capsty, well, you're not wrong. Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. How about that? How about that? But that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna take that in stride because there's gonna come a moment. There's gonna come a moment where you're gonna regret that statement. And as the saying goes, revenge is a dish best served cold. And for those of you that may be young or maybe not literate enough to have never put thought into that statement, it means that revenge is a dish best served when your enemy does not expect it. See, Capsty is on guard right now. He's like, oh shit, I gotta be careful. I gotta walk on eggshells. Nah. See, what I need to do, I need to give him a couple weeks. Let him forget about it. Let him just completely forget that this conversation ever happened. And then, bam, stick it in and break it off. Just saying. Alright, let's see. Oh, they're not giving us anything new. It's all the same stuff. Well, we do finally have enough shekels, chat. Oh, wow, I didn't even notice. Like, so towards the beginning of the campaign, we were doing a lot of water stuff. So all the planes that were available there were like shoreline camo. Then we did some tree stuff where they gave us like green camos and sky camo. And now we're in the desert and everything's like desert camo or just plain black. Alright, chat. I'm gonna give you guys another poll for this mission. So, new poll. I'm gonna let you guys decide which plane we take on this mission. We're gonna buy one of the 3 new planes, but I'm gonna let you guys decide which. Okay, I'll do the fucking thing. It's stupid. And then what's the other one? We got the F-15. That's the FC. Okay, so that's the 15C. And then what's the last one? The SU-27, which is the SK-27, because legally distinct names, you guys. Alright, there you go. Go, go, go. You currently have the floor, chat. If you don't see the poll, go ahead and refresh your stream. You should see it at the top of the chat box. And it is up to you. Again, there's plenty of you in chat, so make your decision. about which of the planes you think we ought to get. Just for statistical analysis, here's the F-18, here's the F-15, and then here's the Su-27 in terms of stats. Again, we can afford to buy one of them, but not all. So the time is now, Chad. I mean, just based on their real-world counterparts, the F-18 is going to be better as a multi-role. It's got a lot of anti-ground options. The F-15 is mostly air-to-air, but it does have some anti-ground options. They're not great options, but they do have a few. And the Su-27 is largely the same story. Again, primarily an air superiority fighter, but it does have some anti-ground options as well. There's about 45 seconds left, chat. Get your votes in. Now is the time. Right now, the flanker is pulling ahead by a pretty significant margin, so any of you out there that would rather be dead than red, you better get your votes in. Although, to be fair, the flanker is a pretty sexy piece of Soviet engineering. Probably one of the last good aircraft that they ever designed. It's almost, chat, almost. And there we go. It was a very close race. Very, very close race. One vote difference. One vote difference between all the choices. The flanker won by a single vote. So there we go. Chat, it's gonna be the flanker. And let's see, what do we got? So we got the multi-lock, we got the semi-active, we've got small unguided bombs, and then a lot of rockets. So obviously I'm gonna go with the semi-actives, and then the only thing we've got as far as ground options is gonna be the unguided bomb small. So yeah, definitely the flanker is not gonna be good in ground, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. I mean, we can put some small bombs to use. Flanker comes with 4 standard missiles off the bat. Oh, you mean we're able to fire 4 at a time? That's actually good. That'll be good in air-to-air situations. And Yes No says, boys in chat, have a nice stream, have to sleep, because work in a few hours. Yes, thanks for hanging out with us again. I know we're running a little longer than we normally do, but thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out on a Saturday. Hopefully you enjoyed some hot airframe on airframe action in Project Wingman, which of course we will be playing again. But have an outstanding rest of your weekend, yes, and we will catch you on the next one. Alright, Chad, here we go. Let's get this flanker underway. See what we're gonna get ourselves into. See what kind of trouble we're gonna get into.
Galaxy to all Sicario elements. We're go for Operation Blackout. Total destruction of the enemy communication facilities are our prime objective for this operation. Cover circus and destroy any base defenses before they deliver the ground forces to the DZ. Over to you, boss.
This is the largest deployment in our history as a mercenary group. The Independence Force put a lot of faith in us for this operation. Let's not disappoint. So I guess that also means largest right?
I wish I could say the same.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, all flights. Looks like the area defenses aren't the only issue now. We have bogies inbound from the north toward our transports. That means you, Hitman. Intercept and engage.
God damn it.
Back off, Galaxy. We're going.
Not tired. Comic engaging.
Confirmed rebel forces crossing into our airspace.
Alright. If it's a dogfight they want, it's a dogfight they will most certainly have. I tell you the one thing that I like the most, though, about the flanker is She has got some pep in her step. Flanker is not fucking around when it comes to acceleration. Dicks. Fine. I'll do it the hard way. Come on, semi-active, you got this. I knew you had it in you. I knew you had it in you. God bless America. Apparently these guys are hungry, because they are just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill all the things. Alright, there we go. We got a couple of sorted ground targets. And now we got some optional targets.
All circus flight elements remain on station until the airfield is ours. Guns 6 and 7. Cover the circus until reassigned.
Bye!
Copy that, Galaxy.
Hitman flight. You're being reassigned to air-land battle. Search and destroy targets of opportunity at will. Secure the battle space as our ground forces get set for the attack on the main facilities.
Logo Galaxy.
Come on, Monarch.
Oh, okay. Alright, we're doing some fancy maneuvers.
Is anyone on the jump?
Stop it.
What kind of contract do the ground forces get? Am I being underpaid?
You're paid more in a mission than some of our grunts do in a contract, you know.
Alright, what do we got? You're like red. Oh, well, never mind. I'm like, okay, let me get around on this guy, and then friendlies just immediately take him out, and I'm like, well, so much for that.
Let's regroup and get rolling ASAP.
The enemy's dug in around the outlying facilities.
Oh, you done fucked up. You done fucked up.
Guns and team acting
It's the end for you.
passing. You're providing direct gas for the ground troops.
No, I'm not. I'm providing fucking dogfighting support for the ground troops. Because they want to be all up in my business, and I'm returning the favor.
Negative, Hitman 2. You can handle it.
An entire battlefield?
Bombs on the way.
I will at least drop some bombs in that vicinity for now. And then we go back to dogfighting. Get there. Get there.
Ground troops coming down on us.
Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, oh. Ah, yeah.
He's going down.
That storm is on. Good spin, good tolerance.
Alright, is it 1 or is it 2?
Signed up for.
It's 1. It's 2. Okay, 2 per bunker. Got it. Not all that dissimilar. Not all that dissimilar. Dissimilar from Ace Combat, by the way. In case you were wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh yeah? Is this... So you've chosen death? Alright, what do we get? What do we get? Another SU-27? Alright.
Missile array, begin radar tracking.
And that's the end for you. Alright. Well, I mean, if you're gonna keep throwing fighters at me, I'm gonna keep throwing missiles at them. I'm sorry, I'm a shooter. I like to shoot.
Monarch,
Yeah, he chose poorly.
Hitman 1 within gun range.
Take care of that AA gun. Got another probably AA gun or SAM. Oh, that's a radar. Well, by all means, allow me to take care of that for you. Okay. So now that we got a tank line, let's line up a good bombing run, shall we, Chad? We got the ability to drop 4 pickles in one run. Let's make them count.
Hitman 1, ordnance away.
Oh, apparently those tanks, they can take some hits. Yeah, they're actually taking those like a champ. I don't know what they're making these tanks out of. Man, this is fucking bunker shot or whiskey corridor all over again, chat.
Monarch missile away. Right on target.
All right, we're just gonna have to do multiple runs here.
Monarch ordnance away.
Here we go, there we go. Outstanding. Do bombs pop out of your fighter's nose instead of dropping from the wings? I mean, I think in the game terms, yes. Like, strictly in terms of what the game does to make the bombs come out, yes. I'm pretty sure they come out of the nose. IL-2 strip moving. That's a classic game. And
Search and destroy. Positive tone.
that's a classic. IL-2, man. Let's get whipped around with my hair back and forth.
The time has come.
And so have I. And Hamster of Wrath coming in with a big time raid. Good to see you, Hamster. Glad to have you on a Saturday. Thanks for dropping by and coming in with your people. You caught us in the middle of some hot airframe on airframe action here in Project Wingman. Of course, if we got raiders, then I would be remiss if I did not give my mans a shout out. Let's see what you guys were playing today. I apologize to everybody. I have not been paying as close attention to chat as I normally do because obviously I gotta be paying attention. The ground will come up at you very, very quickly, as I have already discovered several times. Looks like you guys are playing some BattleTech. I assume you were back in the BTA campaign. So tell me how the campaign went. Tell me how the Inner Sphere treated you today, or maybe Clan Space, since I know you like to spend some time picking on Green Turkeys and Clan Karen and all those other folks out there in Clan Space. But yeah, good to see you. Glad to have you, Hamster. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully you had a good stream, and hopefully you're having a good weekend. I am doing my first blind playthrough of Project Wingman. I have never played the game before, so this is a first for me. And so far, my impressions have been very, very positive. I have been enjoying Project Wingman quite a bit. To the point where I mean, there are some aspects of this game that I would almost prefer over a classic Ace Combat game. And I know that may sound like blasphemy, but when you get a game that was made by fans of a franchise, you're always going to get something better than the franchise because the diehard players, they know what they want. And King Panzer rolling in the chat as well. Good to see you, King Panzer. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well also. Haven't played a flight sim in yonks. I mean, give it a try. I don't know how much they're selling it for right now, but I picked up Project Wingman over the holiday sale on Steam for like $7, and it came with the DLC that released last year called Frontline 59, which is supposed to be a campaign from the opposing side, essentially. And my plan is to play through the vanilla campaign first, and then jump into the Frontline 59 campaign as well, so that we can get both sides of the story, and hopefully it'll be good. I mean, so far, it has been as anime as any Ace Combat game. Has also been Joeying Mountains. Listen, Capsty, don't make me bop you. Again, I have been getting very well acquainted with the ground in the last mission. Let's see. Got a Highlander and squashed someone with it. Stole more Ghost Bear stuff. Ran over by 2 hours. I mean, if you spend an extra 2 hours, then that's good though. That means you were having fun, and hopefully your people were too. I mean, obviously, if they stuck around to go on the raid with you, then they were having a good time. So glad to hear. I mean, the Highlander is a fine, upstanding mech, and it's not an Atlas, but it'll do. It's not an Atlas, but it'll do. And depending on where in the timeline you are, I mean, you can do some very nasty mech bay heresy with a Highlander. That big arm mount, that gives you some options that most people wouldn't normally expect from a Highlander. So hopefully you have some good and heretical plans for that Highlander. It's been fairly well upgraded. Ah, that's good. That's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there are plenty of mechs that I would take over Highlander in the assault category. But if you said, hey, this is your assault mech, I can think of a lot worse options. The Highlander to me is kind of a middle of the road mech, but if you build it just right, it can be really disgusting. Still can only jump 3 hexes, but, you know. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, like, honestly, I don't typically take jump jets. I don't typically take jump jets in anything, even a Highlander, especially a Highlander. For example, take something really gross, like the big iron Gauss rifle, the heavy improved Gauss rifle. Stick that in the Highlander. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But it's got DFA spec leg actuators. Oh, I see. So you built it for that. Okay, well that's a little bit different. Like, if that's intentional, then by all means, you do you. But me personally, jump jets to me are a waste, because that's tonnage that I could spend on either ammos or more medium lasers. Because, again, always medium lasers. As we said, it's the Frank's Red Hot of Battletech, because you put that shit on everything. Put medium lasers on everything. You got a spare ton? Medium laser. Yeah, but if you got a built-in quirk, I mean, build to the quirk, because they can be super powerful if you build the mech around it. Also try to use them in DFAs for the worst situations. I mean, look, we've established, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I make the best tactical decisions. I mean, we don't call this the cult of good tactical decisions. I DFA when it's fun to DFA. Not necessarily when it's the smart thing to do. But I do it when it's the fun thing to do. I mean, you're not wrong, Erst. It was only one time that it was your fault. But again, I do the DFA when it's fun, not when it's smart. But we've established that. Anyway, Chad. Anyway. I'm gonna get back in here. We gotta finish up this mission. This is, I mean, for lack of a better way to describe it, it is essentially, if you played as Ace Combat 4, this feels like Project Wingman's version of Whiskey Corridor.
Missile away. Ground unit knocked out.
Alright, now what are they gonna throw at us?
Executed. Explosion this close.
Oh, they're bringing in the big boys now. Alright, let's get busy then. Let's get busy then.
Multiple defenses going down wholesale, but not all. And we've got incoming fighters and gunships.
More planes. Indeed, indeed.
This is Captain Kelleher. Go to seize the
This what Desert Storm was like? I mean, maybe? I wasn't there, so I couldn't say. God damn it!
Sicario, we have our ringtone. Commence attack. Designating new targets and HVTs on the IFF. Have at it.
My problem, and I've said this before, like, I enjoy the fact that the game, like, your wingmen will absolutely go after targets and take them out, and I think that's really cool. The only problem is, I have lost count of the number of times that I have been going down on a target and have one of my wingmen just immediately snake it out from under me because they already launched a missile and I didn't know that. Oh no, we got railguns out here, Chet. We got railguns. I just realized the big birds are firing railguns, and that's not cool.
Encryption codes. Either destroy it or take it with you.
Or maybe it's not the big birds, maybe it's something else. I don't know, but I'm seeing...
Nice kill.
I'm seeing railguns, and I don't like it.
All ground forces secure as much encryption and intelligence data as possible. But if we're unable, just torch and burn. All forces, break it down and burn it. Cause as much damage as you can to this place and pull this whole
Stop shooting at me. I don't know what that sound is, but I don't like it.
keep hitting them. Ground units,
Okay, that's one railgun down. Good lord.
I'll call out targets with the fighter's IFF connection. Should make your job easier.
Alright, that's one big bird down.
Damn it. All ground forces, make a merge on the secondary facilities and try to stop them there. For Colors Defense Battalion. Roll out to defense line yellow. Hitman 1 locked on.
Hitman 1, missile away.
Alright, let us continue. Now where is that last railgun coming from? Or okay, maybe not the last railgun, but it's another railgun. You think railguns wouldn't be optimal for shooting planes, but yeah, video games. I mean, again, this game is just as anime as any Ace Combat game has ever been.
Missile is tracking. All lobster elements move in tandem with Hitman's airstrikes.
Are you? Yep, you're down in that defilade. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit you, but I'm gonna try. Nope, I cannot. Alright, so we're gonna break off. We're gonna come back at it from another angle. Alright, Hamster, thanks for dropping by. As always, thanks for bringing your people over. Hopefully you guys had a good stream. In the meantime, get some sleep, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Okay, let's invert and we'll get out of here. There we go. Now, is that railgun still up?
Direct hit. What do you mean we lost our forward facilities? The forces are digging around his base.
Alright, you want a dogfight? Let's have a dogfight.
Con 3-2. Move position and consolidate with 3-3 section. Putting mortar rounds out to cover Alpha mission.
Not playing games with you donkeys. If you're gonna sit there and consistently lock me up, I'm gonna make you regret it.
The pack is commanding him.
Alright, who's next? You? F-18? Soul. Man. I mean, this might as well be a World War II flight sim with all the gun kills that I'm getting. You are also toast. Who's next? You have made the mistake of angering me in a dogfight scenario. And there is no world in which that doesn't end badly for you. All right. Oh, we got big boy out here.
Hard rock, let it fly.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my. That was almost bad. Alright, I see another C-17. Is that enough? It is indeed. Alright, who's next? Who's fucking next?
Hard rock, let it fly.
Alright, I've had enough. I've had enough of your shit. Is that... That's gotta be a helicopter. There's no way. As slow as that dude is moving, there is no way that's an aircraft. You are toast. Another F-18. We got a lock. Let's do it. It's another one down. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. All right. Anybody else feeling frisky? Because I got plenty more where that came from. Game is giving me vertigo. That's not a criticism. That's just me. I mean, I do kind of fly a little bit crazy. Because I am one of the fortunate ones that does not, like, get vertigo and stuff from video games. So, like, it does not bother me at all in situations like this. Like, I know I'm fortunate in that regard, but, like, these type of games don't bother me at all. Which is weird because I actually get motion sick very easily. Like, I can't get on a boat because I get motion sick like a motherfucker.
Cleared for guns.
Alright, let's get a few more ground targets. And then I see a donkey over here trying to get frisky. So let's remind him who is the ruler of these skies. It's me, chat. Spoiler alert. It's me. I am the ruler of the skies.
Missile away.
This is my airspace, Chad. You to find a gyroboat? Oh, hell no. I just told you I get motion sick on boats. What the fuck do you think would happen if I played this game in a frickin' one of those rocker seats? I'd be dead. I would be dead. Either that or the chair would be dead.
Moving contacts across the board. All Federation hostiles considered no factor. Ground units, confirm?
Yeah, I see the smoke, Galaxy. This is well in actual. We've seized the tower and put out an all clear on the Federation comms. We think we're running drills. We should be clear until the next update schedule in an hour. Good work today, people. All damaged aircraft, land into repairs as needed. If you can't, just take one of their planes.
I mean, technically I took some damage, but I'm good. I'm good.
Pick up by circus. Let's not overstay our welcome. This is the circus coming in.
It's a missed opportunity. He should have said, the circus is in town. I'm a little bit disappointed.
All right, pick up what you need to get out of here. We can celebrate when we're back at Rose Dower.
$25,000 shekels, chat. We're well on our way to whatever the next thing is that we're gonna want to buy. It's gonna be I know it's gonna be something. I don't know what, but it's gonna be good. You say that, Wasteland, but don't forget, I still have to eat. And since everybody's telling me that the next mission is like the hot shit, I think it's a good way to start the next stream. So there we go, chat. That is our first taste, our first test flights into Project Wingman. Again, which I have half derogatorily and half affectionately called Diet Ace Combat, but I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go one further. This is not Diet Ace Combat. Because the production values are on point, the gameplay is on point, the graphics are on point, the crazy anime bullshit is on point. So I'm gonna rescind this. I'm not gonna call this Diet Ace Combat, chat. We're gonna call this Classic Ace Combat. You know what? No, we're gonna call it Vanilla Ace Combat. No, I like that. We'll call it Cherry Ace Combat. Mostly because cherry can be a double entendre, since technically this is my first playthrough. So we're gonna call this Cherry Ace Combat, chat, and the reason I'm gonna call it that is because it's like Ace Combat, but it's a different flavor, and arguably a better flavor. Oh yeah, for sure, Wasteland. Like I said, like, you can tell the people that made this game absolutely love Ace Combat. And that's good, because I love Ace Combat too. And this is more of what I love about Ace Combat. Yeah, I know, the game gets very orange. Gets very, very orange. But, we're not at that point in the game yet. We're getting close, but we're not there yet. But yeah, it's, again, it is just a different variation on the flavor of Ace Combat. And again, it does a lot of things right. Like I said, there's a lot of quality of life features that it has over Ace Combat that I really enjoy. I couldn't really give two shits about the story or the character. Like, I think that them giving you a Wizzo who's actually a character and can say shit is fun, and like it's a nice touch. Like, they are trying to characterize your wingmates a little bit, but they haven't done a whole lot of that yet. So maybe I'm missing something, I don't really know. But I know that people have said that the characters are good in this game, and I'm not really getting that yet, just because a lot of the missions, either your wingmen are not there with you, like you're going on a mission alone, or somebody has to stay behind, or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe the characters develop a little bit more later in the game. I can't say, but it is easily a contender with just about any other Ace Combat game. Like I would put this right in there, like right on the shelf next to every other Ace Combat game, and say this one is actually better than some Ace Combat games. It's not perfect, but Ace Combat's not perfect. So like, I'm not going to sit here and criticize this game for, mistakes that the genre makes as a whole. Like, for example, give me 150 missiles. That seems ridiculous, but at the same time, all it did was make you waste time to go back and get more ammo. Like, here, the game is just like, here's 150 missiles. They kind of suck, but they'll do the job. And so if you want to just stay in the mission and batten down and do like I did on the previous mission and just clear everything out, you definitely can do that, and the game facilitates that. So yeah, again, you can tell the people that made this game really, really like Ace Combat, and it shows in all the right ways. Yeah, it's a tribute. It's a tribute. This is not the greatest Ace Combat in the world. It's just a tribute. But it's an outstanding tribute. Yeah, as far as I know, Microsoft owns the Crimson Skies IP, but they haven't done anything with it in over a decade. I doubt they're planning to change that anytime soon. Again, we'll be back next week to play some more. And again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Again, I'm surprised. Like, those 7 hours went by real fast. And that's a good thing. Like, I have been having a ton of fun with the game so far. It is everything I hoped it would be and more. And going in blind has also been a lot of fun because, like, it's a game that I knew I was going to like no matter what, just based on watching other people play it. But at the same time, I didn't realize not only how much I was going to enjoy it, but I also didn't realize, like, the reasons that I was going to enjoy it. Because, like, for example, one of the things that I was talking about earlier in the stream is I really like the way that Project Wingman plays versus, your typical Ace Combat. Like, the game just feels better to play. And that's something that you would never get that from just watching a video. Because you're not getting any of that feedback, you're not controlling anything yourself. And so you don't really, that's one of those things that I didn't expect, but it's been a pleasant surprise. The game is a lot of fun to just get used to playing and to get that muscle memory back. And it feels like playing an Ace Combat game, but just slightly better tuned. The way that I described it earlier was, it's like if Ace Combat went a little harder on the sim elements where it pertains to, like, the plane physics and the way that they handle. It feels very similar to that. Like, it's Ace Combat if they tweaked the plane physics and the plane performance just a little bit to be more like the actual planes and less just straight upgrades that are just better in every way. Like, again, the frog foot can still be useful even in the end game because it serves a specific role. And if you're doing a mission where you're in that specific role, it can work. So yeah, again, positive impressions all around. Very, very happy with the purchase so far. And again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. Guaranteed goddamn to you, Project Aces took notice with Project Wingman. I hope they did. I mean, to be fair, like, Ace Combat 7 was already in development when Project Wingman came out. So I don't necessarily fault them, but I really, really hope that, like, if there's not collaboration between the teams, I really, really hope that Project Aces is taking notes from Project Wingman and the things it did right. Because, like I said, it's not perfect. It's definitely not a perfect game. There are some criticisms that I have. But that's okay, though, because the good far, far outweighs the bad. Like, if you like Ace Combat at all, if you are an Ace Combat fan, if you've, like, played through all the games and all that stuff, highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend getting Project Wingman. It's a fraction of the price of the latest Ace Combat 7. It's a fraction of the price. You can play it on PC, and it is outstanding. Again, do not regret a single cent of that money. Best purchase I've made in years. So I want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on a Saturday. The world is a roller coaster of challenges, and we don't all have a lot of time on this planet. So I appreciate you coming to hang out with me. Again, there's a million places you could have been, a million things you could have been doing, but you chose to spend that time here with me. You chose to spend that time with this community, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because again, you didn't have to be here, and you chose to be here anyway. Whether you were here for 5 minutes or 5 hours, every single one of those minutes is precious, and I appreciate it. Again, it means a lot to me. Even if no one else appreciates it, know that I do, because again, you could have been anywhere else, and you chose to be here with us. And of course, here at the end, I want to remind you, like I always do, that your life has value, and that the world is a better place with you in it. Never let anyone tell you otherwise, and I'll see you next time.